You think stepping on a Lego in the dark is the worst household danger you face? Heh, that's nothing. Just be glad you weren't alive when your wallpaper was actively, and I mean actively, trying to kill you. Today, we are diving into the absolute most lethal items people willingly and sometimes enthusiastically brought into their own homes.
Okay, let's ground ourselves for a second. This is you, right now, probably just chillin', watching this on your phone, feeling perfectly safe. Now, let's hit the rewind button. We're gonna fly past your parents, your grandparents.
And we're zipping right past the era of those big, fancy powdered wigs that, yeah, could and definitely did catch fire if you got a little too close to a candle. Whoops. We're gonna keep going, past the age of clunky, uncomfortable chainmail that, let's be real, probably wasn't gonna do much against a really determined spear anyway. And we're just gonna keep on rewinding all the way back until we land right here with this guy. His primary concern for the day, not becoming an afternoon snack for something with very, very large teeth.
And here's the thing you have to understand. You are here today not because you're just lucky, but because you are the direct result of violent coincidence. You exist because a long, unbroken line of people somehow managed to survive the absolute worst things they purposely surrounded themselves with. So let's rank them.
All right, let's dive right in. Kicking us off at number 4 is a little trend I like to call highly flammable fashion. This was an early plastic that turned everyday accessories into a serious, and I mean serious, fire hazard. So I want you to meet celluloid. In the late 19th century, this stuff was a miracle. It was a cheap and easy way to make things that looked all fancy, like they were made of ivory or tortoiseshell. There was just one tiny little problem with it. It was basically a solid form explosive.
And just look at how common this danger was. You could have a woman with a beautiful celluloid calm in her hair. She sets a little too close to the fireplace and poof, her hair just ignites. The very buttons on your shirt, yeah, those could just burst into flames. But my absolute favorite has to be the billiard balls. If you hit them too hard, they could literally explode with the force of a gunshot. Talk about raising the stakes of a friendly game, huh?
Okay, on to number 3. We're gonna level up here. We're going from things that explode to a poison we loved so much, we put it in basically everything for 2,000 years straight.
Humans have had this long, really toxic love affair with lead. I'm not kidding. In ancient Rome, they'd boil grape juice in lead pots to make this super sweet syrup they called sapa. They used it to sweeten everything, all while it was slowly destroying their entire nervous system. You'd think we'd learn, but fast forward 2 millennia, and what are we doing? We're still painting our walls with lead-based paint, and as it chipped, it created this dust that tasted sweet, which of course, little kids would eat.
And the cost of that sweetness? It was just devastating. Just breathing the air in your own house meant you were slowly accumulating lead in your body. We're talking severe neurological damage, stunted growth, all sorts of massive behavioral problems. It was a truly silent, creeping poison.
Coming in at number 2, we've got a design choice so mind-bogglingly bad, it turned people's beautiful dream homes into elegant, custom-built gas chambers.
So back in the 19th century, this absolutely stunning shade of green, known as Paris green, was the height of fashion. It was the color to have. People put it everywhere, on their walls, in their carpets, even in their clothes. But the secret to that brilliant, vibrant color was a not-so-brilliant ingredient, a massive, and I mean massive dose of arsenic.
And this is where it gets truly terrifying. In the damp, humid conditions you found in a lot of Victorian homes, the moisture in the air would react with the wallpaper paste. This chemical reaction then caused the wallpaper to release toxic arsenic gas right into the air. The walls were literally exhaling poison.
You can just imagine the absolute horror. Entire families would suddenly get sick with these chronic, mysterious illnesses. No one could figure out what was going on, all while they were being slowly poisoned to death by their own interior design choices.
And now for our number 1 deadliest household item of all time. We've had explosions, we've had slow-acting poison, and we've had toxic gas. But what could possibly be worse? Well, how about paying good money to willingly chug radioactive water every single day? See, back in the 1920s, people thought radiation was basically magic. They saw it as this glowing source of pure energy and health. So of course, companies created products like the Revigator, a water cooler for your kitchen counter that was lined with actual radioactive ore. The whole point was to irradiate your drinking water, on purpose.
The instructions were so simple and so horrifying. You'd fill it up with water,
let it absorb all that healthy radiation overnight, and then you were encouraged to drink 6 or more glasses a day for vitality and vigor. They were literally selling a product where the unwritten fourth step was just a slow, agonizing decay.
The results were catastrophic. People who followed these instructions were effectively dissolving themselves from the inside out. The radium caused their bones to crumble, their organs to fail, their bodies literally rotted while they were still alive.
So yeah, the next time your smoke detector starts screaming at you because you slightly overcooked some toast, maybe just be thankful. Be thankful that your water isn't melting your skeleton and your walls aren't trying to poison you in your sleep.
Which leaves us with one final, pretty unsettling thought. We look back at all this and we laugh, or we shudder, but we're surrounded by things we don't fully understand. So what are we using right now without a second thought that's going to have our descendants looking back at us and just asking, what were they thinking?